Hello and welcome to the Cox Sports Report. I'm Morgan Lang with my co-host Matt Hatfield. Looking forward to a great day filled with some highlights from the area. And we're going to kick off at Chesapeake, where we're going to see Oscar Smith take on Grassfield. And last year, Oscar Smith took the lead on Grassfield 27-0. They are undefeated at the moment with Oscar Smith of 6-0 lead. How is this going to play out today here, Matt?
Morgan, I am fired up for this one because these two teams have met in the playoffs twice before, and it's one of the main games to see this week in the Southeastern District as Oscar Smith putting on the line that 61-game Southeastern District winning streak. And right now, Grassfield, one of the top challenges along with Western Branch to the Tigers is rain, and right now Oscar Smith with a dominant passing attack and a really good running game too as Deshaun McLeese, the junior, starting things off with a nice drive here as the Tigers look to take the early lead here. As you see, McLeese gets outside and he's running down the sideline before he's dragged down inside the 5-yard line.
McLeese is going to keep going here as we see. He's great action attack here, great running here with the 3 yards right into the end zone and getting them on the board early here with a 6-0 lead over Grassfield. And the kick will be good, getting them one extra one, 7-0, Oscar Smith.
Grassfield has to find a way to answer behind that combination of Vincent Lowe and Isaiah Harper, the Old Dominion commit, but a quick 3-and-out. Tigers have the ball back, and they're looking to go to the air. It's the quarterback, Sean Mitchell, the freshman, to Kamadi Halsey for a touchdown, 15 yards, and Oscar Smith's already up double digits, and the first quarter isn't even over.
Yeah, but Grassfield's going to have an opportunity here with quarterback Brett Smith with a long bomb here, and it's looking good. Overthrows his target, unfortunately. He's going to put us right into the second quarter. Yeah, your timing against a team as good as Oscar Smith has to be extra sharp. You have to be right on the money with those as Coach Rich Morgan's team, under his reign, 131-16 coming in, a couple of state titles as they shoot for number 3 this year. There's the freshman Mitchell going up top. He's got a man. It's the Virginia Tech commit, Jalen Bradshaw, for a big game. Bradshaw's had a heck of a season, 12 touchdown catches on the year as the Tigers looking to add to that lead. And if you've got Bradshaw, you've also got McLeese, and he's going to go 9 yards for his second touchdown of the night, putting them up. The kick will be good, 21-0. The shutout continues. Will Grassfield have an opportunity here to answer?
And as prolific as that Oscar Smith offense has been, Morgan, the defense just lights out as well. As we saw in the opener, they held Lake Taylor, who's one of the best teams in the area, to 2 points. And so far, they've only given up a couple of touchdowns. And when that defense is playing well, that helps the running game. And Deshaun McLeese punches into the end zone again as Oscar Smith will add on the extra point with Brad Davis here. Tigers just rolling at home in front of their fans, 28-0, 3 minutes to go until halftime.
Yeah, and Grassfield's going to try to get something going here. Let's see how this plays out with nice, is he going to be? Good defense there, swarming him. And number 65, Andrew Brown, All-American, getting the sack there. Unfortunate there for Grassfield, but Oscar Smith's defense is not giving up. Going to the offense, McLeese here with a 13-yard run, 35-0, and Davis makes a good kick there and just keeps on going.
And both of these teams had to play 4 days prior on Monday Night Football as the Tigers beat Nansemond River. Grassfield defeating their Chesapeake rival Deep Creek. You can see that defense swarming again. There's the junior Josh Sweat, a future 5-star prospect defensive end. That D-line is dominating, and so is the running game tonight as Deshaun McLeese goes into the end zone for a 5th time on the evening, trying to run over VirginiaPreps.com football editor Rod Johnson on that run there. The extra point is good. Oscar Smith on top, 42-0, and the clock is running.
Clock is running, and Grassfield has an opportunity here with the time running out. It's looking good. It's into the end zone. Oh, and he's just missed. So unfortunate. Would have been an opportunity there, but the game ends 42-0 for Oscar Smith. They continue their undefeated to 7-0. Deshaun McLeese having a huge game, 5 touchdowns. And Brett Smith there having 104 yards, and Harper and Lowe, as we said, good combo team there, getting 18 total yards.
And other scores in the Southeastern District, it was Western Branch 48-20 as the Bruins continue to chase the playoffs with 4 touchdowns from Mondrell Glover. Great Bridge blanking Deep Creek 35-0 as Ty Smith and Brandon Jones combined for 266 yards on the ground and 4 touchdowns.
And more scores in the Southeastern District. Lakeland over Hickory, a shutout there, 17-0. Jawan Walker getting 80 yards, a touchdown. And Kings Fork takes Nansemond River 35-20. Uriah Adams, 19 rushing yards, over 156 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Suffolk rivalry game there. And now we move to the Beach District. Morgan, it's the Landstown Eagles playing host to the Tallwood Lions, an improving team that was 2-8 a year ago, but a win here, Tallwood needs to stay in the playoff hunt in Class 6A. This figures to be a tight one.
It does, and last year, if you look at it, Landstown won 16-9. The game starts right away with Durante Hawkins getting an interception and almost running it back. Gets it into the red zone there. A nice way to start this game.
And Tallwood needing that defense to help out on offense. It's been pretty explosive this year. As you see, Contori Matthews is running back for the Lions senior. He set a school record with rushing yards last week. Well, he's trying to chase that again in this one. 7-0 the visitors from Tallwood up on the host Eagles of Landstown.
And Tallwood's going to continue, but keep your eye here on number 7, Jermaine Trotman getting a pick, and will end up being a pick 6. It's looking likely, and it is a pick 6 in, getting the game tied 7-7. We're closing into the quarter here, and Reggie Wurdoff with another large bomb here, intercepted again by Trotman. And are they going to be able to run this one back? It's looking likely into the middle, brought down just shy of the 30. But wow, this game is going back and forth.
Landstown getting some help from its defense. They're going to punt it away now to the Lions here of Tallwood. And this time, Contori Matthews will fill. But Landstown's going to hop on it, and the Eagles have it there. Just see the ball is recovered by Justin Smith. And Landstown's got it in business in the red zone. And that'll set up Jermaine Trotman. He's been doing it on defense with the 2 picks. Now he's going to keep it himself for a touchdown run as the Eagles lead it 14-7 at the break.
Nice full moon here. It is homecoming. Get a little king and queen sitting there, and game continues as Contour Matthews here with a nice long run down the left side, passing the 20 into the 10. Nice 20-yard run, and he breaks into the end zone there. Nice way for Reggie Wurdoff there with 13-14 lead. Get a swing pass to Jaquan Porter here. A nice opportunity for Tallwood to be able to get back on that board.
Yeah, they're only down by 1 now as you go with 8 minutes and change to play in the third quarter. As you see that passing attack helping out Matthews as Rudolph finds the open man, Daquan Porter there. Now Rudolph's got it in the red zone. He eludes the rusher, and he's going to take it himself to the pylon. Touchdown Tallwood, and now the Lions in front 21-14 as the fourth quarter begins.
Yeah, it's a nail-biter coming into the fourth quarter here. And speaking of, number 4, Matthews taking it to the house all the way in, 28-14. The lead continues. This has been going back and forth the entire time. Matt, how do you see this one playing here?
Well, Will Howard, one of the top receivers in the area, coming in with 30 catches for 680 yards receiving with a reverse there. Now Rudolph's going to look for Howard in the end zone. It's a jump ball, and let the athlete go get it. That's his 9th touchdown of the season, and Tallwood extends its lead to 34-14 with just over 3 minutes to play in the ballgame. Yeah,
but Landstown here is going to want to take their every chance they can. He's going to Trotman to number 23 here, complete to John Miller. Nice grab there, just shy. And they're going to keep driving here with a great catch coming up. Keep your eyes out. Number 5, just outside the end zone, Tosh Capehart. Great catch there. And Trotman here is going to be able to run it in, punch it in there for a 34-21. Kick will be good.
But this night belonged to Contori Matthews. It was Matthews' moment. 25 rushes for 239 yards and 3 touchdowns as the Lions prevail 34-21 over Landstown. You see Rudolph with 2 touchdowns, Jermaine Trotman with 3 total touchdowns, and 3 picks on defense in defeat for the Eagles.
And in the Beach District, Salem over Princess Anne, 43-6. Malik Butts getting 2 rushing touchdowns, and Kellum takes Cox, 24-18. Pat Cagle having a big game there with 122 yards and 2 touchdowns.
More out of the Beach District, it was Ocean Lake staying undefeated 52-7 over First Colonial as Churchy Herald accounts for over 300 yards of offense and 6 touchdowns, and Green Run defeats Kempsville by a count of 43-21. Anthony Scott with a big one in that one, over 200 yards of offense. Well, stick around. Morgan and me have more highlights. Also, Larry Obama, our friend from the Virginia Pilot, catches up with the Churchland Truckers here on Sports Report. And welcome back to Sports Report. The Churchland Truckers finished just 3-7 overall last season, but Coach Alonzo Ricks and company out there in Portsmouth looking to make some noise this season, got off to their best start since 1954, winning their first 5 ball games. Well, Coach Ricks and the Truckers are trying to make it to the playoffs, and our friend Larry Obama from the Virginia Pilot caught up with him here for this latest edition of Pilot at Practice.
I'm Larry Obama for Pilot at Practice here at Churchland High School, where the Truckers are off to the best start in more than 30 years. The question now is, can they keep it going?
It's been a fantastic start to the program. Thus far, it's been a long time. It's been 50-plus years to get where we are right now. And we're still growing together, still building, and trying to build some more consistency and try to get more wins in the win column. It's a big deal. It's very enjoyable, very pleasurable. But, knowing we still have work to do and more games left to play, then it's just not good enough.
It's a great feeling because you haven't been as successful in the past few years, And when we come out 5-0, it's like a big motivation to us. And even though we're 5-0, it still haven't mean nothing because we still have games to go.
You had a loss against Lake Taylor. What have you learned from that loss, and how do you hope the guys what will they learn from the loss as well?
Just bringing us back down to reality. Just humbling, just knowing that we're not where we want to be just yet, but with time we can get there. And whether you lose by 60 or whether you lose by 6, you still have work to do. So we're going to pride ourselves to get back to the drawing board and tweak some things that didn't go right and didn't go well, and then try to make sure that everything works out towards the end later on in the season.
It's going to motivate us to do better, to get better on what we need to do. It's hurtful always to take a loss, especially when you don't like losing. But, we're going to rebuild.
I try not to look too forward down the road, but, it's a good feeling. The fact that to actually be mentioned or to be in the top 16 in our conference right now, to be able to go to the playoffs means a lot. But what means, even more would be to win a playoff game, which hasn't been done in 60-plus years. So, that's just something, the historic start for the school and the historic start for the program is great, but, we still have unfinished business to take care of, and that's what we want to just try to do. But I think the playoff system will work out for itself, and give you some time to travel, give you some good teams, different teams to see that you usually wouldn't see. So, and I think our schedules thus far has kind of made us better for that, but more prepared.
Our attitude and what we do around here, and put all our work on the field, and we just work together as one. Everybody on one accord.
At the beginning of the season, I thought we could just go to the playoffs, but now I feel like we could go to the States if we stick to what we're doing and work hard and together as a team. It's so important. That's the main part of the sport. That's how I feel about it.
You can follow the Truckers on Cox 11 or in the Virginian Pilot. For Pilot Practice, I'm Larry Obama.
Thanks, Larry, for that great report. And when we come back, we'll check out how Churchland did against Norcombe, and we'll check out the results of Tabb and Bruton. And welcome back to the Cox Sports Report. Matt Hatfield and myself, Morgan Lang, we're going to start right off going to Portsmouth, where we're going to see Churchland take on Norcombe. Matt, how did these play out last year?
It was a good old Portsmouth rivalry showdown, and Norcombe's won the last 3 or 4 in this series after Churchland had dominated for a little while there in the series. But Churchland's had one of its best seasons in, almost 60 years. Norcombe needing this one to stay in that playoff hunt with a good seed.
And we're going to start here. Let's take a look at Malik Sexton here. It's going to start off with an interception by Kyle Archie. Nice way here for the start off the game. It's going to see how this plays out.
That makes his coach and dad, Larry Archie, very proud getting that pick for his team there. And now you give it to the junior running back, Charles Wiggs. Just some moves, a little shake and bake, and he's going to go here deep into Churchland territory before he's dragged down around the 5-yard line. That's an excellent run. Wiggs has been hurt for a few games. Nice to have him back.
It is, and he came back strong last week against Granby. We have a completion to Brian Cavalcante here. 7-0 on the board with a touchdown. Nice 6-yard run there. Nice completion. Way to start off here strong.
Yeah, it's the home Greyhounds from IC Norcombe on top against Churchland, who had started out the year 5-0, and now Churchland going to have to try to stop that Norcombe running game. As you see there, the fullback, the versatile fullback, tough as nails, Brian Cavalcante there. He catches the ball for a touchdown. He runs it 2 up the middle, and that fullback trap giving the Churchland defense some problems as the Greyhounds cross midfield.
It's going to play out here with number 18. Keep your eye on him. Duval Darius Brown here is going to get a big pass up here. Nice grab into almost the end of the end zone there, getting them to continue to lead with about 4 minutes left going into the first quarter here. Nice 14-0 lead.
And a well-thrown ball by Deron Downing, the quarterback, who, like Wiggs, had been out for a few weeks there with an injury, as Norcombe starting to get healthy here as they head down the stretch in October going into November. But Churchland's running game not going to give up here, as you see Jamil Edwards with a solid run here as we in the first quarter at 14-0 in favor of Norcombe. Churchland would end up punting it back to Norcombe. That's where Charles Wiggs will go as he busts one loose, going to take it 57 yards to the house. Look at that speed as he high steps into the end zone there. Is Norcombe now up 21-0 on Churchland, and the Truckers going to put the ball in the hands of Malik Sexton and try to lead a comeback.
And Churchland here with the quarterback trying to get a breakout here. Izzy almost grabbed. He gets loose, almost sacked, gets a nice pass off to number 7, Malik McCoy there. Holman gets a huge hit against them. Great defense just swarming there by Norcombe. Let's take another look at it here.
Excellent job by Sexton to get rid of it. McCoy hangs onto the ball after the bone-jarring hit by Holman, the linebacker for the Greyhounds, and now Sexton's going to keep it here on the run here as Norcombe's defense will be chasing him all night long to see why he's coming into the season or coming into this game with over 600 yards passing and rushing, a dual threat there. And now Sexton fires it deep down the field, but Devarius Brown is there for the interception, and that's just the takeaway Norcombe needed to hold on to this lead. 21-0, third quarter.
And third quarter keeps going. Fourth quarter, and Sexton here complete to number 14. Nice grab here into the middle, and that defense just continues to swarm them. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys bringing them down here. Sexton's going to not give up. Going to the right here with quarterback keeper. Nice 3-yard run, getting across the end zone there. 21-7. Tightening that game a little bit as you see Charles Wiggs there getting 173 yards and a touchdown, and for Churchland, Malik Sexton getting 88 yards and a touchdown rush there at the end of the game.
So Norcombe stays a game back of the Eastern District leader Lake Taylor. The Titans stay unbeaten in league play, 55-8 over Booker T. Washington, as the ex-Booker Anthony Yancey records 4 sacks for Lake Taylor. Maury victorious over Wilson, 34-7, as OU coach Bobby Waters' son Derek with 6 catches and a touchdown.
Yeah, Dad must be proud there. We're going to continue here, going to Williamsburg now. Change of scene here where we'll see Tabb take on Bruton, where last year the Tigers beat the Panthers 42-17. A nice night here in Williamsburg, and you'll see the initial 3 plays here. Bruton has the ball up the middle here with Capri Doucette getting brought down. And that Tabb defense just continually just swarming the Panthers as they're trying to get any headway up the middle of the field.
Yeah, defense that have been maligned the last couple of weeks, playing much sharper here against the playmakers of Bruton with, you see, Bilal Walsh, the quarterback, and Capri Doucette, the JMU commit, as they're not getting any yardage on the outside here as they're really containing well on the perimeter. Now Tabb, when they got the ball, you give it to Brett Hinson. He was our player of the week just a couple of weeks ago, and look at him run away here from the defense. 45 yards to pay dirt touchdown Tabb as the Tigers take the first strike.
And it's great to see Hinson back, returning from a concussion there a few games ago, so it's nice to see him making an immediate impact here with just shy of 4 minutes left in the first quarter. And Tabb here is going to get a throw by Nicholas Hunter to number 5, Antron Hicks here, getting a nice 2 minutes later. Is he going to go? Will he go? And he is in all the way to pay dirt there. 14-0 with a great 81-yard run there by Hicks.
That could be a backbreaker for a Bruton defense that's been playing pretty well the last month of the season as they've been riding a winning streak here with a few games in a row here. But now Bilal Walsh will throw this quick screen pass here. Minimal gain, though, as the Tabb defense not missing tackles, and they're collapsing well on the receivers.
And we're going to another throw there. First one goes to Taylor. This one Doucette's going to go to the outside. Tabb defense just continuing to swarm, getting bulldozed as they keep trying to make some headway up the field. And the momentum starts to get going here up the middle with Doucette. And will he be able to break any ground? And again, just stopped in his tracks.
Good crossing route, but it's Tabb on top by a count of 14-0. Start of the second quarter. Now Wallace back in the pocket looking to throw, and it'll be complete to Doucette, but it looks like we might have a loose football here as the Tabb Tigers come up with it.
Nice interception there by Tabb, and it's going to play back here with number 3. Who is it? Hinson. Get to know the name as the Tigers go up the left side and brought down right by the 50-yard line, but it's going to go to Hinson again. When they've got it, they go up the middle here. Great D here by Bruton coming back, though, to be able to stop them shy in his tracks.
Yeah, Tabb breaking off some long runs and even that 81-yard pass, and then you give it to the workhorse, Mr. Hinson, to finish off the drive as the Tigers extend that lead to 21-0 here as you're ticking down in the first half as Tabb is looking for more here, and they're going to keep it on the ground here. So many options there, not just Brett Hinson, but you got Robert Smith as well, but Hinson is the guy tonight as he's making guys miss and running with some authority.
Their running game today is on fire, and they're going to keep going here. They can run, they can throw. We've got Hunter to Hicks. Nice 11-yard grab there. Keltner will make the kick, getting them to continue their lead 28-0 as we're closing out the third quarter here.
Bruton back on offense. Bilal Wallace, one of the better quarterbacks in the Bay Rivers District, but he's intercepted this time as the Tabb defense comes up with the takeaway. That's Lucas Beiser with the pick for the Tigers.
And we've got a large run here. Bruton D trying to catch up there. Will they be able to? It looks like he's got his way open ground all the way to the end zone. Great defense there by Will Marks there, number 3, taking a nice stop. I almost think it's too late, and then they end up being able to punch it in there with a nice 41-0 lead in the fourth quarter. Nice punch in there by Marks. Kick would be failed. Looking forward here to seeing how the next year plays out. Brent Hinson getting nice 2-yard rushing, and Bruton there with Wallace ending up with 76 yards.
So the Tigers with a shutout win. How about the other scores in the Bay Rivers District? It was Grafton defeating War Hill 20-7 behind Ryan Heiser's 2 touchdown passes and a touchdown run. York victorious over Jamestown 10-6. You see Marcus Wakeland, what a game for him. 46 yards rushing on 11 attempts, a touchdown catch, an extra point block. He did it in all 3 phases of the game.
And Lafayette over Smithfield, shutout there, 62-0. Jahil Green, 210 yards and 2 more touchdowns on his many that he already has this season. And Poquoson over New Kent, 42-13. Austin Turner having a big game there with 89 yards and 2 touchdowns.
We could never catch up to Green's touchdowns. More scores from the Peninsula District. Heritage staying undefeated, setting up that showdown with Phoebus 24-19 in favor of the Hurricanes, as you see Desmond Savage with 398 yards passing and 3 touchdowns in a losing effort for the Warriors. Phoebus winning over Woodside 35-14. Terrell Tolliver with 2 touchdown passes and a touchdown run.
And Hampton over Gloucester, 35-27. Taquan Wilkins, 153 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Denby over the Monarchs, 56. Nice shutout there by Terrace Dingle, having 87 rushing yards.
4 touchdown passes, and the Patriots are 6-2. A surprise story. Bethel with the win, 31-0 over Warwick. You see Nick Williams with a pick 6 for the Bruins. And in the Tidewater District, West Point with a shutout over King and Queen, 49-0, as the Pointers move to 6-1 on the campaign.
And our player of the week, no shocker here with his 5 touchdowns. We have Deshaun McLeese of Oscar Smith. Great running back there with 16 carries, 228 yards, which is the career high, and he ties the school record with those 5 touchdowns this week. And the Tigers run the Southeastern District with a winning streak of 62 games in a row.
That's dating back to 2006, an incredibly long streak for Coach Morgan and company. Well, Morgan, we are out of time. We thank everybody for watching. Are you fired up? We're almost near the playoffs.
We are pumped. We cannot wait for those playoffs. It's almost time. So stay tuned, and we'll look forward to seeing you all next week.